Volkswagen is a manufacturer that's known to produce affordable cars for the masses. Fisker, in its first attempt, delivered a luxury sedan costing six figures. But when it comes to EVs, with the ID.4 and the Fisker Ocean, these two companies become unexpected competitors. In this video, I'll compare the exterior, interior, tech, performance, and pricing of these two EVs and show you how. Volkswagen has been producing affordable cars for the masses for decades. The original Fisker company, Fisker Automotive, produced the Karma, which was a luxury sedan costing just over $100,000. Fisker Automotive went bankrupt and was replaced by Fisker Inc., which has recently provided more details on its EV, the Ocean. The Ocean entry model is priced at $37,499, and the top-of-the-line launch edition is priced at $68,999. But it's at the entry level where it competes with the Volkswagen ID.4, which starts at $41,955. This is a bit of an unexpected move for Fisker, which has gone from making luxury cars to making an EV SUV that would compete with Volkswagen. We'll come back later to take a closer look at pricing, but let's see how they compare otherwise, starting with the exterior. The ID.4 and Ocean are both marketed as SUVs, but it's the Ocean that perhaps looks more like an SUV, while the ID.4 trends more towards a crossover. Both feature smooth, rounded styling, and both have typical EV cues like continuous front and rear lights. The ID.4 gets a contrast color silver roof, while the Ocean gets a black roof. Both have great exterior styling, but I think the Ocean styling is perhaps a bit more edgier and daring. And if the Fisker looks a little bigger, that's because it is. The Ocean is almost 8 inches longer than the ID.4 and about 6 inches wider. But despite the Ocean being the bigger vehicle, oddly enough, it is the ID.4 that has more cargo space. And that larger cargo space speaks to the efficiency of the Volkswagen's design. In order to gain more cargo space, the ID.4 gives up only about 3 inches in the rear leg room as compared to the Ocean. Both cars take a fairly different approach to the instrumentation. With the ID.4, you get a more conventional instrument cluster along with the 12-inch infotainment screen. In the Ocean, there is also an instrument cluster, but the infotainment screen is a large 17-inch display that follows in Tesla's footsteps. It also has a unique feature that Fisker refers to as Hollywood mode. To allow the driver to watch movies or play games when parked, the screen can be changed from portrait to landscape mode. Volkswagen offers cloth or leatherette seats, but Fisker goes further by incorporating recycled materials made from reclaimed fish nets, old t-shirts, and renewed rubber. In the ID.4, you can get a panoramic roof, but with the Fisker, you get California mode. At the touch of a button, it drops down all the windows, including the cargo ones, to create an open convertible feeling. For the first editions, Volkswagen introduces some of its characteristic fun, playful touches like contrast color accents and pedals with play and pause icons. So that brings us to tech features. Of course, both of them get standard features like collision warning, brake assist, and highway driving assistance that will maintain speed, distance, and center in lane. In order to achieve that, Fisker uses a digital radar imaging system, which it claims it is the first to bring to market. As an option, an augmented reality head-up display system is available. This will show you where to turn and works in conjunction with the ID Light system. The ID Light system is interactive when issuing voice commands to the car. It also works along with the navigation to indicate turn directions. While the augmented reality head-up display is a great feature, Fisker promises quite a bit more tech features than the ID.4. For starters, it says the Ocean will offer vehicle-to-load and vehicle-to-grid charging capabilities. Fisker also will provide a 360 surround view and traffic sign and light recognition. Before we take a look at performance, let's revisit the pricing. In the US, the ID.4 is sold as a rear-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive in a few different trim levels. The base rear-wheel drive costs just under $42,000 and the all-wheel drive starts just over $45,000. The various trims go up from there. In comparison, the entry-level sport trim of the Fisker, which is front-wheel drive, starts at just under $38,000, undercutting the ID.4 by about $4,000. The Ultra trim, which is the all-wheel drive, starts just under $50,000, about $5,000 higher than the base trim and comparable to some of the higher trims of the ID.4. For the purpose of this video, we'll exclude the top-of-the-line Ocean trim Extreme, which is priced at almost $69,000. So with the two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive models being competitive in price, how do they compare when it comes to performance? The two-wheel drive models are very comparable in range, while the all-wheel drive Ocean delivers significantly much more range than the ID.4 all-wheel drive. Now keep in mind the Volkswagen numbers are EPA estimates, while the Fisker numbers are manufacturer estimates. Even accounting for that, the Fisker would appear to go quite a bit farther. We see a similar comparison when it comes to power. The Ocean two-wheel drive is a little bit more powerful than the ID.4. But when it comes to the all-wheel drive, the Ocean's whopping 540 horsepower is quite a bit more powerful than the Volkswagen's 295 horsepower. And this power discrepancy has an expected corresponding difference when it comes to 0 to 60 times. The Fisker also beats the ID.4 when it comes to towing capacity. Fisker claims to be able to achieve this price advantage by outsourcing major capital-intensive functions like the manufacturing, delivery, and servicing of the vehicles. On paper, Fisker appears to offer a much better performance-to-price ratio than the ID.4. But Fisker has its challenges too. We are yet to see the production of the Ocean and get details on what features are included with each trim. Production is scheduled to begin in November of 2022 for the launch edition and a year later for the entry-level sport trim. So we'll have to wait and see if Fisker can deliver on the specs it has promised. The ID.4 has already been on the roads for a while, and it's no small feat for a startup like Fisker to take on one of the world's largest, most established manufacturers. So which one would you buy? The Volkswagen ID.4 or the Fisker Ocean? Let me know in the comments below. And if you would like me to compare the Fisker Ocean to another car, let me know the name of that EV too. Please give the video a like, share your comments below, and subscribe to the Driver Download.